Hello, I'm Adam
Hi,
Hadfield,
I'm Cheryl Hadfield.
and we are from Vitalist Health, and this
This is
is Bru
Brew Breakthrough.
Breakthroughs. We're 2 weeks late.
We are 2 weeks late.
Been very busy, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that we avoided doing it. It was like, oh shit, we've not done our Brew Breakthrough last Thursday and this Thursday, so we thought we'd just
Easy like Sunday morning.
yeah, let's do it today for this week, seeing as we've just got back from the gym and we've literally just got home,
Yeah.
stripped the bed, done a few house bits, and finally you finished your brew already, but yeah, topics today. We're going to talk about our blood results. We was mentioning it in the last one that we was going for a blood test, and the results come back really quick. So we got it back in
Yeah,
2 days.
72 hours, weren't it? Less than 48 hours.
Yeah.
And mine were very, very positive. I last had mine December 24, so it was just over a year. And at that time, it was about, they basically do it where your results are either in the green, amber, or red. And I think last time I was something like 88% in the green, and the rest were kind of ambers and reds. But this time I was just in 91% in the green and just in the red simply for my cholesterol, which is good news for me. Firstly, that all the other reds from last time have improved as my lifestyle and diet and everything's improved, but equally, um, cholesterol's quite easy to fix. It's just a case of tweaking bits and pieces in your diet. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. That I've just essentially got a clean bill of health. So it's just nice to kind of have that peace of mind
Mm.
because nothing else flared up or came up in the results that were worrying. Everything was bang on where it should be for me, for someone of my age. Hormone health was great, kidney health, liver health were all great. So yeah, I can't complain.
That's good. And my blood test last time, my green readings were in about 89%, 2% in amber. I mean, it is saying that, which is why BMI is a lot of bollocks
Mm.
because it's telling me that I'm overweight with my BMI, but I'm in a surplus at the minute. I'm trying to grow
Kind of like
muscle.
Brutal's.
Yeah, okay. And my readings in the red. Now, last time my cortisol levels were in chronically high, which is not good at all. Whereas this time they'd come down a lot. Now, after speaking to my coach, the results are still a little bit like, I don't want to use the word inconclusive, but because
They're a bit skewed.
yeah, I'd trained beforehand, an hour before the test. So these blood tests, they do advise that you try and have them fasted, and obviously not going for a big massive stomp or a big training session, because it is going to have an effect on your results. And my liver readings were in red as well. A little bit of insulin was in low, but I think I'm putting this down to, I mean, I've got a very high protein and carb diet, but I mean, it was Adam's birthday the weekend before, and did have a few glasses of alcoholic drinks, and we're not big drinkers, so I'm putting it down to that's why my liver readings were maybe like that. But all in all, I'm really happy with my results. My blood readings, my heart health was all in green, my thyroid was perfect, my hormones were perfect. I'm, really happy with everything, and I was due on as well beforehand, so that can make things spike. But yeah, all in all, we still very highly recommend blood tests. We know that they are very costly, but we don't need to have another test now, probably until maybe for the end of the year before I start doing a prep,
Yeah,
maybe
I
for
usually do
yourself.
it once a year, so
So you won't need to do another one.
£250 for something once a year isn't that
And
bad,
we
just
got
to have
that
that
offer
peace of
anyway, so it was
mind.
a bit cheaper for us, that
Yeah,
Valentine's offer.
but for
But
me
yeah.
it was just dead nice because since the last time I've had blood test, I'm a stone and a half lighter.
Mm.
So it just goes to show scientists and everyone else aren't talking bollocks. The more you improve your lifestyle, the less weight you carry, and your internal markers are
Mm.
going to be much, much better. So yeah,
You do
I'm
your
really happy.
blood pressure every day, don't you, now as
Yeah,
well?
I've started doing that because when I was really poorly last year, I was hospitalised with viral gastroenteritis, and one thing that came off the back of that was my blood pressure was quite high. They were putting it down to the virus at the time, but it has stayed slightly high, so
Yeah,
I'm
you had
just
such
keeping
a
an eye on
fever,
it.
didn't you?
Oh yeah, I was poorly. I was really
Mm.
poorly. So it is. It's on the high end, but it's not like high that I'd be worrying about it and worrying about strokes and everything else. So I'm just monitoring it. But as I continue to clean up my diet and continue to lose the weight, that'll come down as well. So,
Mm. Yeah.
hello, you.
Hello. So now that we've gone through Bloods, we want to talk about something else that me and Adam have just finished watching. It was so good, weren't it?
Yeah, well, it's only halfway through the season, isn't it?
Yeah, well, obviously we can't watch anymore because there's
It's weekly.
not being released now weekly. So it's called The Beauty, and if, for anyone who's seen American Horror Story, it's by the same writer as that. And Evan, what's his name? That actor, really,
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters is one of the main actors in it. Now, what we think is so amazing about what we've just watched, it really, really highlights what's going on in society today,
Mm.
we think, because it's, I don't want to give too much away, but it's basically about a virus that people end up becoming instantly beautiful. Now, beauty is perceived in everyone's got their own vision of what beauty is. But in today's world, a lot of people are chasing these highs, as well as, going back to talking about the Manjaro and people want a quick fix of losing weight. This program was about these people getting that quick fix of they want to be stunning, they want a perfect body, perfect face, perfect everything. But it comes with consequences, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I won't give too much away, but it's quite scary what we were watching, and just it makes you think
The
about
writer's been
society.
very, very clever because he has just put a microscope, can you help, on how society is at the moment, because there's lots of scenes in it where you see people have clearly had like work done, plastic surgery, things like that, and they're all chasing and commenting and wanting more and more and more, and they're wanting it quicker. There's like a scene where three very pretentious people are talking, and this one girl comes in with a fever, and the other girl's like, the girl's got a fever, said, "Oh yeah, I've lost 5 pounds in a week." And then this other girl's like, "Oh, cough on me, I want
Mm,
that kind of thing." And
yeah.
it's just a lens on how society is just constantly chasing that idea of perfection and beauty. And I think it highlights a lot the negativity of like social media
Mm,
and obviously magazines and kind of things like that, where we're told that to be beautiful, you have to have a chiseled jawline, you have to have a six pack, you have to have a big round peachy bum, you need to have big chest, all these kinds of things, and it forces people into bad decisions, I think, in terms of like plastic surgery and things like Botox and things like that. And rather than just allowing age to take you gracefully, everyone's trying to still look like they did in the 20s and stuff like that. And yeah, it just kind of highlights that there's consequences to those
mm,
actions. So
yeah.
it's been really good so
It's
far,
been
hasn't it?
great, and
And the best part, well, not the best part, but the part of it is it's basically a pharmaceutical company are producing this. It's like a one-shot drug, basically, and you instantly become beautiful. Like I say, I won't ruin on how that happens because it's quite gruesome at times, isn't
yeah, and
it?
obviously if you want to watch it, which we highly recommend you watch.
Um, like one of the modes where it's transported that they're trying to stop is it's an STI essentially
Mm,
because it's a virus, so it's
yeah.
spread through bodily fluids. So again, that's been quite eye opening, hasn't it?
Mm,
But it's been very, very good. If
it's
you're a
been
fan of American
brilliant.
Horror Story, I said Cheryl this morning, it's been like watching a series of American Horror
Yeah.
Story because his writing is very unique and the way he directs and
It is very good.
produces.
He literally makes you feel uncomfortable watching it, which is obviously what he wants the audience to feel. But even at the beginning, there's a flashback of a date that the main
Oh
actor's
yeah,
on, and what makes me feel really really sad is he's on this date and he's telling this woman who he actually really likes, who he works with. Um, he sat with this woman and it goes to the scene. She goes, "Can I just say your teeth are a little bit grey?" And we can do something about that. And you just see his face instantly drop, don't you? As if to say,
but I
wow,
guarantee there's dates out there that happen
that's,
like
yeah,
that
they're
where
just going to be sat there
someone's,
having a nice meal and a
rather
drink.
than thinking about that person's persona and the manners and how they're talking to you and everything else, she's that focused on that physical
Mm,
part of that person's body. It's yeah, it really is a magnifying glass on society at the minute.
yeah, yeah, because chasing all these highs, like, whether it's drugs, muscle, God, what else? That people are
Weight
chasing,
loss.
weight loss, surgery. Sometimes, there's some characters in this as well. When does it stop? And
I think that's the whole point, isn't it?
yeah, it becomes an addiction, another addiction that people like in the what we've been watching. Oh, I'm so lonely. Am I ugly? And it's like you can see that they'll literally do anything, anything to
Which they do in that
yeah,
scene.
yeah. And I mean,
Mm.
I can't wait for the next one to come out. It leaves you like, I want to watch the next one. But it also makes me personally, appreciate the way we live our life. And, it's, I think we just live for the simple things, me and you, don't we? And
Mm.
don't get me wrong, we love our holidays and we love going out for meals and things like that. I'm just so glad we're not chasing these sorts of highs.
Yeah, yeah. Don't get me wrong. We chase goals, don't we? Be it
Yeah.
personal or as a couple, and we've obviously got plans that we want to do in the future, but we're not obsessing over it. It's kind of just one step at a time and
Mm,
just tick
yeah.
off those boxes as and when they come.
Yeah.
Whereas some people will try and get something done in a day that's meant to take a week, and then mistakes happen, and it starts to impact more people than yourself.
I
It's
mean, I know I have to be obsessive when I'm in prep because without obsession with a sport like that, you really aren't going to get the results. And again, with bodybuilding, like men and women, a lot feel like, oh, well, I can't grow enough muscle or I can't lose enough fat. So then, drugs come into the equation again. And, I see a lot of brilliant people I follow on Instagram, a lot of coaches, and, they talk about saying, well, more doesn't mean better.
mm,
And, people should be trying out their natural potentials first. But again, it's like people say, oh no, if I take more, and not in a sexist manner, but I think men particularly think if they're taking more roids that it's
but it
gonna,
goes back to that pursuit of what they perceive as perfection. But every time they
yeah,
look in the mirror, rather than having a bit of positive affirmation and thinking about what looks good, we focus on the negative. So
mm,
then, right, it's too slow. This I need to speed it up. So that's why people turn to steroids. They turn to things like Manjaro and stuff like that because they don't want to do the process in a lot of cases,
no,
which is tough. They just want to get from A to B as quickly as possible. But I think that's a reflection on society. Everything's fast paced, especially in this country.
it's too
Everything's like
fast.
quick, quick, quick. Everyone's stressed. Everyone's highly strung. Everyone's got high cortisol levels because everything's just chasing that thing quicker and quicker. And it's gotten worse.
Mm,
Last 20 years with the advancement of technology, I think like everyone wants their Amazon delivery now. They don't want to wait till 9 o'clock. And 20 years ago, you'd have had to go to the shop to get whatever you
mm.
wanted. And I think we just need to slow down as a society.
I do, and I just miss simpler times. That sometimes I'll find a video which I find quite funny or even heartwarming. I'll show Adam and he'll go, "It's AI." And it really bothers me to the point I just wish my business didn't have to be run through a phone. It's yeah, I miss the 80s and the 90s. I miss when I see posts, people knocking on someone's door to go and see them, and it's not a text, it's a landline phone
Mm.
call. I know we don't live in those times anymore, but this is why the wires in our brain are so hyperactive because there
That's
is
why people
so
can't
much
relax.
and too much out there, and the so much that is out there that's really good is knowledge. And instead of investing in all this, oh, they look better than me, I want to look like that, invest in new things that you can learn. Like what
What's the saying when you're trying to? As a comparison, is the
thief of joy.
yeah.
Yeah. Because you finish the course now, I'm still doing the full diploma of the health coaching. And our lesson was about stress. Was it last week? And it was just, I'm there listening to everything. It feels nice stimulating your brain in that manner instead of doom scrolling and comparison. As Adam just said, it's a thief of joy.
Social media is what's really caused that to
I know.
explode.
The amount of people that disappear off social media, then they come back, and a lot of people who are not managing their mental health very well, they're going to social media again instead of going to a helpline or even a retreat. I mentioned that in the last Bru Breakthrough we were doing. And sometimes even personal training. What are you
You'll be
doing?
hearing that on the video.
Yeah.
Sniffing now.
Stop it.
No bites.
I've lost my train of thought now because of you. Yes.
No. Child, honestly. Aren't you?
Yeah, I can't remember what we're saying now because
Me
of the
either.
child.
It's probably a good time to
To wrap it up
end the
anyway.
video because all we're going to hear now is
Tap, tap, taps and sniff,
taps.
sniffs.
This is not for you.
But yeah, as always, we're happy to
Our DM's always open.
open to any of your DMs, and we will see you next
Okay,
week.
next one.